right, we've got In-N-Out Burger plugged in. We're gonna kind of take the back roads over to In-N-Out. Once we kind of get over here, I might change the navigation a little bit. It's about a 6.2 mile drive, 11 minutes. Let's go ahead and get out on the road and then we'll activate FSD beta. Currently on 11.4.9. This is 2024 2.2.1. We are waiting patiently for FSD 12. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try to pull it out of here, see if we can get into that far lane. We have no traffic coming to the left. We are activated. And we are climbing out into the road. Not too bad. So once we get about right here, I'm going to try to see if we can go in the back way. Currently 47 degrees here in Las Vegas today. Nice and tight around the turn. So yesterday on the drive, I did have it on no minimal lane changes for the first drive, and then I put it into minimal changes for the second drive. But what I'm going to be doing going forward is leave it off of minimal lane changes and always on assertive. So that way we can get some good baseline numbers. Slowing down a little bit, it looks like it wants to get in the other lane to follow the route. See, this is another route planning issue. I definitely wouldn't have done that. I would have stayed in the left lane. It's a nice smooth shot. That's why I tend to use minimal lane changes quite often, just to try to keep it from going out of the lanes when I'm doing my normal drives. For testing purposes, we'll leave it on no minimal. So it looks like we're going through the city streets, hops on the highway. Can't stress enough though, I do love 11.4.9. I love the FSD beta. Even though we see 12 out there in the wild being tested, it's still great to have V11. It's the best it's ever been. So we have a left turn in about 0.7 of a mile. I'm wondering if it moves over to the right lane, there's some type of coding for that. Because traditionally I would want to stay in that left lane. I do stay in the left lane. I usually tend to be a faster driver as well. Nice and smooth across the intersection. Now this lane is ending here in about 100 feet. See how it merges. The lane has ended, it is merging over. Very good. Slowing down a little bit. It did slow down to 25, but then there's another 35 speed limit here. Bumps right back up. It's pretty sensitive to those speed limits, so I'm very excited to see how V12 does with it'll actually just change the speed based on what it thinks it should be. Oh, we kind of went over there far to the right, asked me for some steering correction. Not too bad, but it does cock a little to the right again. All right, it is our turn. Are we gonna go? All right, we're going. Oh, that Tesla in front of us couldn't wait. So I'm gonna give it a little bit of accelerator, get it going. Here's where I'm going to change the route. Let's go back to In-N-Out. Let's see if we can take the inside routes. Usually pops up a few different routes for you. Kind of want to stay off the freeway here. Still trying to get route guidance. Slowing down to 25 again. It must have saw another stop sign there. Well, for some reason it's not taking us on the route we want to go to, so we're just going to head towards there. Let's see. All right, that's better. It's merging all the way to the right here. Very good. I remember months ago where beta 11 couldn't even pull a lot of these maneuvers off. Got that car to our left. Now we're clear and we need to go. And I'll always let you if I put on any accelerator type of intervention. I checked my phone there real quick and it didn't give me any warnings. I've noticed that with the GoPro hanging up, but when I don't have the GoPro, I look at my phone for just a few seconds, boom, it gives me a warning to put my hands on the wheel. Nice and smooth here. Once we get past that next left turn, I'll go ahead and put in the in and out address again. We do have the screen set up on dark mode. I love dark mode, even in the daytime. Hesitant around this crosswalk there. We'll slow down again because of the speed limit. I'm not sure if I even saw a 25-mile-an-hour sign, but now there's another 35. So that's definitely an issue because people do not drive like that. All right, we're kind of going wide on this lane transition. Over time, that has got a lot better. It used to dive right into the middle and get squirrely, but it has adjusted over time. Begin the left lane here. Very smooth. Now after we take a left, I'll go ahead and change our route again. Alright, we got the green light. It's a protected left, no traffic, no median. So it kind of went a little bit wide there since there was no median, and we're kind of out in the rocks right now. Gotta dive back in. So issues like that, I'm hoping FSD 12 solves, because in Vegas we got a lot of areas with poor lane lines, and we have a lot of wide open roads that aren't marked very well. All right, let's go ahead and put in and out again. I'm gonna go ahead and take this route. So we'll be taking a right here at this stoplight. Too bad. Now we don't have good visibility to the left. It is creeping forward. Now I can see everything now. They're all stopped and we need to go before this light goes green, and they are going behind me at the same time, but we beat them out. We do need to get over 2 lanes here before our next second light. We're quite far ahead in front of traffic, so we shouldn't have no problem merging here. There's our first lane change. Second lane change. I still haven't put my hands on the wheel for a little while, so the nag is actually pretty good. It did swerve out there a little. I had to get my hands close. That curve was coming fast. Got a green light. We're slowing down a little bit. A little hesitant, back on it. This next light will be a left turn. Looks like we got a blinking left arrow. No traffic. Slowing down a little early. We need to get going. I'm not doing any accelerator. Okay, now I'm going to give it a little bit of accelerator press just to push. Oh my goodness, I pushed it through. Alright, I had to do a couple presses there. Now we're hesitant again with a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit. Now we hit another 30. So that adjustment of the speed limit is dangerous. Because if someone's doing 45 behind you and a 35 and all of a sudden you slow to 20, yeah, be careful. I know on Holmar's blogs, videos, he was showing how there is no more scroll wheel to set the speed, and it was actually doing pretty well transitioning between the speed limit signs. Can't wait to try that. Let's go ahead and bump it up to 40 here, 10 over. Now Now, one thing I'll say is when you're on FSD beta versus regular autopilot, you can actually go over the speed limit. On autopilot, you're restricted to 5 miles an hour over, which is pretty rough. When I was on autopilot for that week last week, I actually had to put it back to the double pull so I can actually engage traffic aware cruise control. That way I can speed up faster than 5 over. It's just once you put in autopilot, it's 5 over locked, unless you're on the freeway. Nice and smooth transition to a stop. Love the visualization. And we're back on it. Slow, and this guy's going very slow, so we're just cruising right behind. Nice transition to the turn lane. Hesitant. Looks like this should be a pretty easy turn. No cross traffic. And we're just inching out slow. We got the green light, and then we're on it. A little bit hesitant there. A little robotic. Got slow traffic. I'm curious if it's going to merge over to the left lane early or late. So we have our in and out in about half a mile on the left. Merge into the left lane. Changing lanes to follow route. A little bit of hesitation there on the turn. Sometimes I feel like it knows before we know. It was a little hesitant there, and then that car merged. I tend to see beta picking up on a lot of cues of cars that I'm not paying attention to. So, although human driver wouldn't have hesitated there, so I'm guessing B12 won't hesitate either. It will just slow down when the car merges instead of like a predictive slowdown. Alright, we've made it to in and out. We got our left turn. Let's see if we can pull into the parking lot. This is a pretty tight merge here. Looks like no traffic ahead for now. Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and alright, we'll go ahead and cancel it there. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.